It's Monday, May 12th, 2014, and let's talk about what happened this weekend over at xdadevelopers.com. First up, as a follow-up to our Friday video, Samsung UK made an official statement to the guys over at Sam Mobile saying that both the Galaxy S3 and the Galaxy S3 Mini variants that only have 1 GB of RAM will unfortunately not be receiving that upgrade to KitKat. This should really only apply to the 3G ones, the ones that have only 1 GB of RAM. The LTE ones and the ones that have 2 GB of RAM should be good to go, and as soon as the update is available, they should receive it. And of course, we will let you know as soon as we know more. In some more slightly upbeat news, the Motorola Feedback Network started rolling out a soak test of KitKat to the Droid RAZR HD this weekend. Now luckily, if you're not enrolled in this feedback network, you can still get your hands on the update since XDA senior member Zachariah Pope posted a mirror link to it to the forums. Now keep in mind, this is only targeted at the XT926, so if you have the XT925, it's not going to work on your device unless you do some modifications to the image. I'm sure someone in the forums has probably already done this, and there's either a guide or a mirror of it somewhere, so if you have the XT925 and you're interested in doing this to your device as well, take a look around on the forum thread just to see. Now speaking of OTAs rolling out, this weekend a relatively minor update came out for the AT&T Samsung Galaxy S5. And can you guess what it brought along with it? You've got it, more bloatware. 4 new preloaded apps including Yellow Pages, Lookout, Find My Mobile, and Reactivation Lock. Totally useful stuff there. You can almost certainly skip this update if you like, but it does supposedly fix some issues with the recent apps button, so it might be worth looking at. And if you skip it, it's entirely likely that the next update will bundle this along with it as well, so yeah. Maybe someone will come along and mirror it and rip out all that crap you don't need. Hopefully, we'll just have to see. Next up, some new Nightlies for the HTC ONE M8 have shown up over on the CyanogenMod site. This is compatible with the GSM, Sprint, and Verizon models, which should actually cover the grand majority of the ones that are available out there. Official support for the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4, the Sprint Galaxy S5, and the Galaxy Note 8.0 have also been added as well. So if you've got one of those devices that I've mentioned and you're interested in wiping out the stock software or whatever you've got on it and putting a Nightly of CyanogenMod on there, head on over to the appropriate forum thread, which you can find a link to in the portal post. Also, this weekend a bit of really interesting news came out when some code names showed up over on the Chromium issue tracker, referencing the words flounder and molly. Now, as you may know, Google normally likes to use names associated with sea life, with fish, with whatever else like mako and things like that. With regard to their hardware. So there are speculations that flounder might actually be a reference to an HTC 8-inch Nexus tablet. They say HTC because there was also a reference to HTC in some of the kernel debugging information. Now the other name, Molly, seems to be a reference to some possible upcoming set-top box. Now, given the massive success that was Google's previous media center sort of device, the Nexus Q, we'll just keep an eye on it and see what happens, I suppose. Of course, as we know more, as more information is covered on the portal and things like that, I will make sure to try to keep you up to speed as well. And one last story to mention, as of this weekend, Oracle won an appeal against Google with regard to some Java APIs that they claim that Google was infringing upon. Previously, it was ruled that APIs were not copyrightable, but since the US Court of Appeals has now, with one fell swoop, overturned that decision, it's been declared that they are. It still hasn't been determined whether or not Google's using those APIs can be considered fair use, so it's hard to see what the implications are going to be surrounding Android. Another judge will get to make that decision. It's actually the same judge that decided that they were not supposed to be copyrightable in the first place. And I'm not even going to bother weighing in on my opinion with this, but I'll leave the question open to you guys down in the comments section. What are your thoughts on whether using APIs should be considered fair use? Do you think that APIs should be copyrightable? I look forward to seeing the discussion down in the comments, really, and I'll try to participate where I can. But anyway, that's going to be about all from me for today. Remember, if you like this video, hit that like button down below the video, and subscribe to receive our content as soon as it becomes available. Also remember, you can always find my YouTube channel links down at the very bottom of the video description. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.